everybody. Welcome to Cookies and Chat. My name is Marcy, and this is my partner Lisa.
Yep.
We're going to talk a little bit about us and what this podcast is about and what to expect. We'll be meeting, or you'll be able to hear us every Sunday. We'll be running maybe about 20 minutes, a half hour, and just talking about topics that are relevant to everybody. It could be what's going on in the world. It could be around the arts. It could be around parenting issues. But let me tell you a little bit about us, and then you'll get more of a sense. The reason the Cookies and Chat, by the way, is because every week we're going to be talking about a new cookie and sharing a recipe. Some weeks you might even catch us in the kitchen together making that recipe while we're chatting. And we do welcome your viewpoints and opinions. Really want to be able to make this interactive, even though we're not seeing you. We want everyone to feel like we're actually in your living room. So thoughts and comments you have, please share them with us. And maybe in the future we might even have you as part of this and have you as a guest. So let's talk a little bit about us. So again, my name is Marcy. My background is educationally, I have my doctorate in psychology, background dealing with high-risk children. Did that for a few years, but really fell into corporate training and training and development, which has really become my passion, and been doing that for a little over 35 years, working in a variety of industries, working with management level down to online, and just helping people to perform the best they can be. My passion in life is really just to make a difference in this world. So if I can make a difference to help people to be successful in their current position, or maybe somebody like you who's sitting at home that's looking for a transition, maybe you haven't been in the work field for a long time, or maybe you've been in the same job and getting a little stagnant and looking to either elevate yourself to a different level in your current job, or maybe just see what else is out there. So what we do is we also get into helping people, everything from writing resumes to questions to ask in today's world, just whatever's going on, and that's what we want to help. We actually, you'll find us on LinkedIn under Carmelo, which is a consulting business that we do, just helping people to better themselves in their current job, or even just starting again. So everything from resume writing to questions to ask to just dealing with maybe the frustrations that go along in today's job market and changing world. Personally, I love the outdoors. We're actually sitting out on my balcony right now. You might see us in a variety of venues, maybe sitting out by the water or in a park, wherever it strikes us. And I love movies and the arts. I am a bit of a movie geek, love going to shows, love cooking, which you will soon discover. This, by the way, is a caramel chocolate biscotti. Very yummy, not very high in fat for those of you watching your calories. Great to dunk in coffee and tea, maybe even a glass of milk. And we'll talk more about that in the recipe later on. Personally, I have twin boys, 27 years old. One is married, one lives in the city, and both very, very proud of them and their efforts. And more about me that you'll discover as the weeks go on. But welcome you if you're listening, and hopefully you'll tell your friends and family and get a little something from this. So I hand it over to my partner, Lisa.
Sure. My name is Lisa. I too have fallen into the learning and development space. My background, I have a master's in education. I am a former teacher. And I moved up here to the Philadelphia area to be near family. So I ended up moving into corporate at that point because it just made sense. So really with this channel, we're just going to be doing a little bit of everything. Sometimes you might see us in the kitchen with a recipe that we'll share with you. Sometimes we're just really going to have just a conversation between each other on transitions, whether it's personal life or in business, looking for a new job. Could be family, could be self-care. So we're going to talk about a wide variety of things. So we're hoping that you join us for the journey.
Good. So I think just to give you a little taste, so to speak, of what we're about, because we want this to be kind of casual, where you get to know us a little bit. This is not a scripted conversation. So just to give you a sense, I know Lisa and I, we did meet through a job, and so I'll just tell you a little bit about that. There was a place of employment that we used to work at. I love facilitation. I just love being able to direct people and give the visuals and train them with whatever the opportunity is that may exist. Lisa's more of the developer and designer, which to me is like nails across the blackboard. So it was kind of like that chocolate and peanut butter commercial. So when we first met at the workplace, we worked in different departments. I doing mostly facilitation and she not. Well, it was a project we had to do, and when we did get together and discovered that I loved to facilitate, she did not. She discovered that she is great at development. I just don't care for it. So we put our strengths together and thought, we're a pretty powerful team with this. Let's do something with this. It was very funny.
I'll never forget that. We were at Panera Bread, and we were having a lunch meeting, and it was like, I think a core competency is facilitation. So can I do facilitation? Absolutely. And I can do a decent job on it. But do I love it? No. But this lady does.
Love it. Love it as much as this
So
cookie.
I'm
Love
like,
it.
we have a great partnership coming together. And that's how we met. And we've continued. We have different strengths, different weaknesses. And we constantly are coming together and saying, well, I can do that bit. How about you? You can do that bit too? That would be terrific.
And it works. And you'll get to see that in the coming weeks and months. So one of the things too that we'll talk about, just to give you a little bit of taste of this, is even though we share a lot of commonalities, at the same time we're at different stages, you might say, of where we are in our career. Meaning, I do most of my work with a company over the past 7+ years that I really love. It gives me the opportunity to utilize all of my skills and gives me the time to do collaborative work with Lisa, but where I do get to facilitate and where I am, where I work primarily with new people just starting in an organization, just starting in their career path, mostly with customer service, and kind of starting that foundation for them. So it brings me a lot of joy to see where you might say the results of my efforts, where they lead with them and the path that they create for themselves and being a part of that initial foundation. So I do love that. Lisa is working in a different organization primarily,
Right.
where they go through many different changes, and so
Right.
she's looking more at the future of her place of employment, where I am not. So just to give everybody out there, the audience, a little bit of a taste, I'm going to start off by saying, how's it going with what you're doing, Lisa?
It is going fine.
Okay.
I enjoy my company. I like my teammates. They're incredibly competent and also just happen to be very nice people. I am finding myself looking for a new opportunity, though, just because I'm getting the feeling it's time to move on. And we'll talk a little bit more about that, because I'll be sort of the guinea pig about my experiences, and I'm sure a lot of you will be able to relate too. So yeah, it's fine.
Good. So do you set goals for yourself, Lisa, every week?
Yes.
What's your
Yeah.
goal for this week?
Well, this week, in addition to my work goals, on a personal level, is just every day get into LinkedIn, get into Indeed, find a couple of things to apply for, and then, you know, continue moving on and monitoring. So that's primarily what my goal is right now.
Good, good. So next time we meet, I'm going to follow up with you with your
Yep.
goals and see how that's going. For me right now, my personal goal is I'm a music geek, so my personal goal is as I get older is to see all the individuals and bands that either I know are never going to sing again. This might really be their last hurrah, or may no longer be with us. So I'm very nostalgic from my youth and teenage years, and that's my journey. And what I have done over the past several months, which Lisa's very much aware of, is I've overextended myself. So what's happened is, and I don't know if any of you can relate, but what's happened is I see somebody or something or a band and I go, oh my gosh, gotta see them. I'm gonna get tickets. Oh, gotta see them too, gotta get tickets. And then I look at my calendar and realize, oh my goodness, I'm too old to be seeing more than one person or band in a week. And on a school night, forget it. So these bands are starting when I'm ready to go to sleep. So my effort for the coming year is to be a little bit more cognizant of timing when I do these things. My professional goal is just to really assess everything I've been doing and how I can just be more effective at that. So we'll talk all about that next time, as well as here's something else for you to look forward to, because we're both appreciative of your time as well and don't want you to be hanging in there too long. But we will be sharing recipes
Yes.
starting next week. This, by the way, is for those of you out there who know how to make biscotti. This is with caramel and just dipped in chocolate. If you don't know how to make biscotti, and many people who don't make biscotti don't do it because they're afraid, they think it's complicated. I'm going to tell you this, and I'll share that next week. One of the most simplest of cookies to make, and it's really just in a loaf and sliced up. And the beauty of this is you can freeze them for like a year and pop them out, you know, when you're ready to have it with your coffee. So lots to talk about,
Lots to
personally,
talk about.
professionally, and who knows what will be going on in the news that's going to aggravate us that we will bring up as well. So again, I welcome your feedback, welcome your thoughts, and any questions that you might have that we can do our best to try and answer. My thing is, if we don't have the answer to it, we'll find it. So looking forward to it, and I wish everybody a great day and have a great week.
Very much so.
Okay.
Yep. Thank
Cool.
you.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.